What's up, people? It's Nature Girl 30 here, and as you can see, I have my little green blanket on because I don't like being cold. So, of course, I'm going to wrap up for this, and it is time for my mini Q&A number 13. Thank you guys so much for sending me these questions, and thank you so much for keeping them under a 15 question minimum because it'll be difficult for me to try to get through all of them, especially on this video. Okay, my first question is going to go to well, I just had it, my bad. Okay, my first question is going to go to Real Spider-Man Noir fan. Do you like Hayden Panettiere? Yeah, I like her. I think she's cool. Especially when she was on Heroes. She was actually pretty good as a cheerleader. Do you like Marissa Miller? The name sounds familiar, but it doesn't really ring a bell. If that makes any sense. Do you like Chris Rock? Yes. Excuse me. I love Chris Rock. My favorite comedy show that he's ever done was Bring the Pain. That will forever be the best comedic performance I've ever seen of Chris Rock is Bring the Pain. You like Julianne Hough? Yeah, I like her, especially when she's on Dancing with the Stars. Thoughts on Cat Williams going mental? I didn't know Cat Williams went mental. I had no idea. His comedy is a little different, kind of like every average black comedian I have seen so far, but he's not bad. He's a pretty good comedian, but I had no idea that he suffered a meltdown. So, Lord be with him. Do you like the Bella Twins, and will they return to WWE in 2014 or 15? No, I really don't see it. Number one, the Divas division is in a crapper right now. They really don't have any inspiration to come back. And number two, they're dating freaking John Cena and Daniel Bryan. They really don't need to come back. They'll be alright, no matter what they do. Okay. The next question. Oh, you also have more questions for me from Real Spider-Man Noir fan. Are you getting The Last of Us? The Last of Us, actually, I've seen a couple of clips of that game, and it is pretty awesome. It actually does seem pretty cool. So, I mean, I might get it. I don't know. I don't know. Are you getting GTA 5? I haven't played any GTA games since Miami, so I'm kind of behind. And I'm not really so into it anymore, but who knows? I might rent it just to try it out. Are you getting Tomb Raider 2013? I've always been a fan of Tomb Raider, and I actually did see clips of Tomb Raider, and it looked awesome. I would love to have that game, seriously. And I just might buy that game. It actually looks that beautiful. Have you ever played a Tomb Raider game? Yes, I have. But the first game that I ever had on my PlayStation, when my dad bought it for me for my birthday, was Tomb Raider. I love Tomb Raider because I love adventure games. The only problem that I have with Tomb Raider is that every door looks like a wall, and you're pretty much like staring at the wall, trying to open the wall, and that was the only annoying part of Tomb Raider. But it was a really good game to play. The endings were awesome and epic. I love that series. I love that game. Halo Boy is fat. I have no idea who Halo Fanboy is. But you like moon pies? And yes, you wrote moon pies. And yes, I love moon pies. I love moon pies. My favorite flavor is banana. And yes, unfortunately, it is my weakness. So that is something I'm really trying to be careful about and not eat too much of it. The next question is from Mega Roy Green. Do you think the Four Horsemen hurt Arn Anderson or hurt? Blah. Do you think the Four Horsemen hurt Arn Anderson more than helped? Well, since I'm a huge fan of Nature Boy Ric Flair, unfortunately my answer to this is going to be completely biased. So, the one thing I'll say about this is that, yes, it was all about the Nature Boy Ric Flair. The entire Four Horsemen group was all about the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And it will forever be about the Nature Boy Ric Flair because he is that awesome. But they keep it on the real. I don't think it really hurt his image because he's still known for his great feats, his great feats that he did during his era. I also feel that he is still well remembered, especially for the fact that he's in the Hall of Fame. So I really don't think it hurt him at all. But even though he wasn't the center of attention when it came to the Four Horsemen, I really do feel that he is still a legend, and his wrestling skills as well as his matches will forever be remembered. So no, I don't think it hurt him at all. Okay, moving on to my final person. To my final person of this Q&A, and this is from Final Limits 1. Thank you for sending me these questions, and yes, you definitely kept it to a 15 question minimum. What are the characters you hated on Final Fantasy VIII, and what's your favorite music from that swell game? I don't think there's not really one Final Fantasy VIII game that had a really bad soundtrack. There's whole soundtrack, the whole music behind it. Excuse me, I'm tired, but the music behind it, I have to say, was always epic. It was always wonderful to hear a full orchestra, or at least some grand music when it came to Final Fantasy VIII. So I really can't say that there was no bad music. What are the characters that you've hated? Honestly, I didn't really hate any of the characters of Final Fantasy VIII. I actually thought they all had their quirks and they all kind of fit. So I really did like Final Fantasy VIII and all the characters in it, and it really did tell a great story. Why do all girls say that Squall is hot from Final Fantasy VIII? I don't understand why. Because Squall is the untamable guy that every good girl wants to tame. He's the guy that every chick wants to figure out and wants to, be able to be the one to calm him. I guess that's what the whole attraction to Squall is. But honestly, I like his shotgun sword. I think it's sweet. Moving on from there, what is your favorite boss fight of Final Fantasy VIII? I hated the boss fights because they were so freaking hard and long. Ultimecia was probably the hardest boss I have ever tried to play. I literally just threw my hands in the air and gave it to my sister, and she ended up beating the game, which really did make me mad. But still, she was so freaking hard. But either or, all the boss battles were always epic. They were always went over the top, and they were really, really challenging the further you went into the game. So honestly, Ultimecia was my least favorite boss battle, but the most memorable. So I guess you could say that it's somewhat my favorite. What will be the reveal to the Aces and Eights, and when is it coming? I don't really care about another reveal for the Aces and Eights because, good grief, they had Garrett Bischoff to be the last reveal, and that other guy to be the last reveal, and good grief, really, the most mediocre reveals ever. Don't necessarily care. When would Taryn Terrell wrestle soon? Because she sucks in the ring and she has an ugly smile, but I will tap that because she's yummy, of course. I really don't want her to wrestle, just like Madison Rayne, as well as Velvet Sky. I really do feel that she needs to be in a managerial role. She needs to be in a position of power. She does not need to wrestle at all. I liked her as Tiffany. I did not like her when Tiffany wrestled. So I don't really look forward to her wrestling soon. Did you think Taryn Terrell ruined Drew Mac's career when she went psycho on him in 2010? No. Let's face it. Drew McIntyre's career is whatever direction he decides to take it, and I do not in any way, shape, or form blame her because she ended up having some kind of emotional meltdown or whatever because of him. No, it's all on Drew. That's all I have to say about that. What if our friend Cream Crazy won the Royal Rumble this year by eliminating John Cena and went to Mania to beat The Rock in the main event for the WWE title? How would we all react? I would be out of my seat cheering if Cream Crazy was able to pull that off. But honestly, I can't imagine him pulling that off. I don't think he would want to try to pull that off, but it would be awesome if he did. Would you pay to see a fight between WJ and Cream Crazy, and who do you think would win? I really wouldn't pay to see a fight between those two because I would see it on YouTube for free, like I have been. But honestly, I don't think that they will fight like fisticuffs. I think there will be a battle of words, and they both are evenly matched. When it comes to hitting below the belt and literally getting where it hurts, it will probably be WJ. But when it comes to literally just saying exactly what was on your mind, was on his mind, as well as like having a little bit of truth behind it, it will be Cream Crazy. So it'll be pretty much a draw between those two. Okay, you had 3 questions for me about Tama Girl 101, and you called her Tomahawk Girl, but it's Tama Girl 101. For any fans that are a fan of Fushigi Yugi or Mysterious Play, there's a guy named Tamahome, and the reason why she called herself Tamagirl 101 is because she's a fan of Tamahome. So, for that reason alone. But either or, if you have any questions for Tamagirl 101, send it to Tamagirl 101's YouTube inbox. That's Tamagirl 101. No offense to you, I'm not really pissed off or anything, I'm just letting you know. So just send it to her. I'll go on to the other questions that you have for me. Have you ever played the Kingdom Hearts series? Because Squall is in it and other characters from Final Fantasy. Yeah, I actually have heard of Kingdom Hearts. Gosh, I have not heard not one person that is a fan of Final Fantasy VIII that has not played Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts was probably the best blend of Disney and Square Enix that I have ever seen in my life. But no, I have not played it because I don't have a handheld. I just have a 360, and they really are geared towards PlayStation and Sony-based games. So no, I have not played it. Let me see. You have other questions about Tamagirl on here, and I will just skip them. But just send it to her. Send anything that you have for Tamagirl, send it to her. Have you ever been robbed or mugged? No, I have not, and I wouldn't want to. Thoughts on Kanye ruining Taylor Swift's moment on the 09 VMA Awards, and do you think he's a douchebag for doing that? I guess my white friends call him the N-word big time. Number one, tell your white friends to stop calling them the N-word, because black people are trying to stop calling the N-word. We don't even like the N-word, so don't have them do it, because I'm trying to save their lives here. Because if they actually decide to do that junk in public, there's no way that anybody can save them. They'll get the beat down. So just keep them from calling that. But anyway, Kanye West is Kanye West. Unfortunately, he has a huge ego, terrible delusions of grandeur. He thinks he's larger than life. He should be written in the Bible, which I really disagree about that. But Kanye is a genius when it comes to his music, but I have to say that he's a tool when it comes to him being a human being right now. Forgive me for saying that, Lord, but seriously, he is not entirely, I mean, he's extremely arrogant. He's very, very egotistical, but it's just to the point where people just letting him be Kanye. I could care less about what Kanye West does, because Kanye West is gonna be Kanye West to the very end. And it's going to be on him the way he does things in the end. But thank you so much for sending all of these questions to me. If you have any more questions to send to me, send it to my YouTube inbox. And please make it either a no more than 15 questions. Please. I will do my best to try to get them in the video. But as for Tamagirl, make it a little bit less than 5. Or maybe 5 would be the max. Because if any more than that, she will not do it. But thank you guys for sending me these questions. And anything for Tamagirl 101, send it to her YouTube inbox. This is NatureGirl 30 signing off. Peace out. Later.